That's Mark and Amber belong together here on 101.8 WCRFM. Jason Forrest here with you on Wolverhampton today. Now, taking a little break from wandering around the festive gift fair because today is World Diabetes Day. Somebody's going to help us explore the sort of stigma and avoid it when it comes to such things. It's Anna Richardson, who joins me now. Hello.
Hello, Jason. How are you?
I'm very well. I hope we find you well.
I'm very well. I'm very excited about your festive gift fair. I've got to
It's,
tell you, I'd rather be there than in my front room. That looks fabulous.
I've got singers just to the right of me, and it's all ill looking good. But I mean, when it comes down to health, I mean, you're a health advocate, and you're used to helping people sort of expose their inner concerns when it comes to your show Naked Attraction. But when it comes down to our health and what's on the inside, type 2 diabetes and obviously type 1 too is something which often carries a stigma, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very, very interesting. This it does carry a stigma, and I have type 2 diabetes within my family on both sides of my family, and I am also pre-diabetic. So this is something that's very close to my heart. But the UK health tech company Abbott have discovered that people who are living with underlying health conditions, hidden health conditions like type 2 diabetes, are experiencing stigma and prejudice in real life, in everyday life, particularly when it comes to dating, which is quite extraordinary. So they conducted a dating experiment to see whether these prejudices stood up, and indeed they do. They realised that 32% of Brits view people with health conditions as less attractive. And staggeringly, this is incredible, 26% of men were less likely to find a woman desirable if she admitted on her dating profile that she was type 2 diabetic, which is really quite extraordinary. So, yeah, people with underlying health conditions are viewed as less attractive.
And that is a concern because obviously people are just people. Now, yeah, whilst yeah, there's diabetes in my family too, both my late parents had type 2 diabetes. I'm being checked to ensure it doesn't happen to me. I'm at the top end of where I should be at the moment. So I'm being reminded that I have 8 stone I should be losing. But yeah, it doesn't tell you can't tell when I'm sitting down. But it's obviously it is a concern, and with other conditions. I mean, I have ulcerative colitis, and I wouldn't think to mention that in a dating profile. So it is odd the way people react to the sort of diseases people have.
Yeah, it's a strange thing, isn't it? It's something we all need to be aware of, really. I think there's a lack of education when it comes to particularly conditions like type 2 diabetes, that I think people tend to think of it as just a lifestyle issue and a lifestyle choice, that perhaps you've been eating badly, you've been drinking too much, maybe you're carrying a bit too much weight, and therefore it's your fault. And that is not necessarily the case at all. And type 2 diabetes can be very easily managed as well. So I think there's this idea that if you're going to date somebody that's got an underlying health condition, whether it's diabetes or in your case, actually, ulcerative, I can't even say it, ulcerative colitis,
Hmm.
then potentially people are going to be worried that, well, do I need to manage you as well as your condition? What are you doing to contribute to these issues? Is it just going to be more of a burden for me? And that's actually really incorrect. As you pointed out, we are more than our condition. We are complete people.
And I think and particularly with the way in which medical advances take place, and what we can do to sort of keep these things under control. There is an opportunity there actually for it to just be part of it. And who knows? I mean, somebody's partner might end up with a completely different, unrelated, unexpected issue. That's part of life's tapestry. You never know what's going to come next.
That's a really, really good point, actually. You don't know what's going to happen to you, do you? So, and often, these conditions are hidden. They're not visible. So I think what we're doing really with this campaign is just highlighting the stigma, highlighting the fact that this is happening to a lot of people, to challenge that behavior and to say that, look, we are more than our health conditions. We're complete people, and that everybody deserves to be respected.
And I know a lot of this is what you talk about on your podcasts, and of course the brilliant work you do taking away stigma when you're dealing with people on TV. And it is. difficult for some, and it can cause mental health issues, which then add on to the physical health issues that people have.
Of course it can. I mean, just put yourself, well, actually, you will be able to put yourself in these shoes because you've got diabetes in your family, you've got the colitis issue. Imagine if you were going on a date and then you discovered that actually somebody had rejected you solely on the fact that they found out that you, for example, might be pre-diabetic or on your way to type 2 diabetes. That would sting, that would hurt, and that is really going to dent somebody's confidence, which is why we're absolutely calling out this behavior and saying, this isn't okay. This is unacceptable. We all have issues in life, and we should not be judged on the fact that somebody might have some kind of hidden health condition that's perfectly well managed, but that somebody else might feel is a problem.
Keep your prejudices to one side, work out what the good points on people. And, if you don't like their tasting clothes, I mean, that's acceptable to reject them for. If unless it goes for a naked attraction, in which case the clothes don't come into it. But if you are, looking for love, get the whole picture and understand somebody first. And it might make you a better person too.
Do you know what? You're right. Get the whole picture inside and out. You're right. It makes you a complete person. It makes you a nicer, kinder person. And we need more of that in this world.
So where can we go for more information on this report and how we can ease back on these stigma and stereotypes?
Well, it's been a fascinating campaign, a fascinating report. So if you want to know more about hidden health conditions, particularly when it comes to type 2 diabetes, then you can head over to the Abbott UK website and have a look at the Let's Change Perspective section.
So give it a check out on there. And of course, we can find you online with all your podcasts and everything, and just look out on Channel 4's website to see Naked Attraction too.
Keep watching, Jason.
It's always a treat, a shock, and sometimes a general surprise. But always raises a smile when we see them find love the way they find love.
We look forward to receiving you on the celebrity version.
Yeah, I think that's not going to happen. I would say I'd do it the same time as you did it, but then again, you are mad enough to do that sort of stuff sometimes. But there you go.
Remember, you've got to love the person inside and out. I'll
Absolutely.
see you in studio.
Anna Richardson, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Jason.